Hello, welcome to my channel. So today I bought a few of the landscaping lights to install right in front of my house. And so I went to Walmart the other days and bought a few of those. They are on sale right now just because right now it's in the middle of fall here in Minnesota. And pretty much all of the summer stuff at Walmart is on sale right now, and some of them is already gone. So I went to a few different Walmarts to buy these to the quantity that I need. So these are pretty cheap right now. For example, so this one right here, it costs only $2.50 each, while the original price I think it's around $12 and some cents in the summer. So the same for this one. So this one is $3, but the price was $12 something. And the nice thing about these lights is they plug in, they connect to each other, and it's not like unlike the other ones that sell at Home Depot or Lowe's or Menards, which is another home improvement store in the upper Midwest there. So these they can plug into, so these are the plug-in right here, and then so if you want to connect to the other one, the other lights, simply just plug this in. See if we can get it in like this, and then basically you can tie this one so they can connect together. It's pretty quick and convenient, and all of these are metal. It's not like cheap plastic lights. And then by reading the reviews on Amazon and Walmart's website, these I think that these have pretty good reviews from different people. So this one, this lights, this is 3 watts and 200 lumens, which is pretty bright. The same for this one here, 1.5 watts and 100 lumens. And so this one is super bright. It's 5 watts and 400 lumens here. And this one is, I installed this one last night on the deck, and they look pretty good. So I like these versus with the solar lights, because these you can have this much more brighter, and they always have lights regardless of the weather. Meanwhile, the solar lights, like if there's some, like on a rainy day, the lights doesn't come up right away or doesn't bright, and then it only lasts for a few hours if you don't have enough sunlight to charge it up during the day. And so at Walmart they also sell a transformer to go along with these. So you, for these because these are the voltage light, you need a transformer to convert the regular voltage to whatever light, the voltage or the watts that these need. So I also went to Walmart and bought this one here, but I probably returned this just because when I read the reviews on the Walmart website, this one doesn't have a good review at all, and some people say it only lasts for them around 2 years, or some others say it lasts only 2 months, or even like one say it lasts only 2 days. And the only response that I can see from the seller, which is some kind of a Chinese name there, they say they just call their customer support, put a number there, and then they'll handle everything. So I don't trust this one. So I went to Menards, and which is a pretty big home improvement stores in Upper Midwest there, and bought this transformer for 120 watts. And then I also went to Home Depot and bought this one here, the same 120 watts. So this one is $10 more expensive than this one, but compare the features that these have, I like this one better, just because of this one has the feature of turning on and off during like when it get dark, and when it get during the sunrise and sunset. And it also have a feature of turning off at dusk. I'm sorry, turning on at dusk, and you can set the time when the lights go off or when the light turn off, which is like how many hours. Like let's say if this one, I want only this one, the lights to be turned on 3 hours, I can set that with this one. Meanwhile, this one doesn't have that option, even though like it's $10 cheaper, but I still want to go with this one a little. And even like this one, I see a little bit bigger than this one here. And probably have another video to show like how I hang this one up and connect this one with the lights here. Okay, so this is the transformer that I bought from Home Depot. So this is the Hampton Bay low voltage 120 watt digital transformer. So you can see, so this is in the box there, and so in the back here, I think it got 3 plugs here. So in order to connect this transformer to the wires of the lights that I bought from Walmart, which is the Better Homes and Garden brand. So the wire for the lights, it come like this, and so this is the female, this is kind of the female head, and then this end, it used to have like the male head here, but I cut it off and cut out the wire, the cover of the wire, so I can put this in like this. I have to read the manual, but I believe this one wire go to the 12 volts, and then the other one go to this COM here, but we'll see there. Okay, so I got the wires all hooked up to this transformer. So I got that into the 12 volt and then the calm positions here. And then this transformer also comes with what they call this device. They call the photocell, which I think this is the sensor to control the lights, to turn on and turn off at dusk and dawn. So the length of this string here, I think is about at least 4 feet tall. So I'm gonna hang this one underneath a deck, and then this one just come out to hang on the wall of the sides of my house, where like it can see the sun's, the lights, and all the outside. I mean like it's outside of the deck, so it can control the lights of this. Okay, and then this also comes with the screws to hang this one. Okay, so I got the transformer. Everything is connected. The wires, everything connected to the transformer, and it is plugged into an outlet right now. And then so the power, so the wire for the lights connected to the wire of this light here. And then so let's test this transformer here to see if it works for the light. See here, so I can press OK, so that turn the power on. And so right now I just set it to the photocell on and time off. That means like this transformer will turn on the light at dusk, and I set it off at 1 a.m. in the morning. But for the testing purposes, so I'm gonna select the test here. So you see time and off, and then the test. Does it come on? No. So I have to press. I think I have to select the OK button here. So the test. Oh, it doesn't come on. So something wrong. So okay, so I just figured out why the light doesn't turn on. It's because of this sensor here, because it's still sensing this is daylight, so it won't turn on the light. So what I did is I covered that, see? So now the light turned on. Take it out, turn off, turn on. So this means like this is working. It's working. So I'm gonna hang this one onto the deck, beneath, like underneath the deck that I have. Okay. So I got the transformer hang up onto the deck here. So this is a little frame that I made to hang the transformer onto. So this is the photocell, and it go all the way outside, so on the side of the deck here, so it can receive the daylight, so it knows when to turn on and turn off the lights. Then the power cord here to go up to the deck, and then I got an outlet plug-in up there, so I couldn't find any one plug-in extender, so I just used the one from the Christmas, the last Christmas that I have. But probably I'm gonna go to the home improvement store and buy just one plug-in standard instead of three like this. And then this one is the power, the light power wire, so that go up here, and then you can see right here I connect that to the lights on the deck, which I will have another video to show them later on. But so they are connected, and then I use the electrical tape to tape around that, so that I can limit the water or any moisture can get inside between the connectors as much as possible. And then at the ends of these, you can see like these two there, so I tie them around, like I have a string or something to tie those ends, so just to make sure like there's no way the water can, or just limit the way that the water can get inside the connectors. Okay, so this is the hole. And then the reason I put this transformer underneath the deck here is just because, even though this designed to be outside, but I just want to limit the amount of rain or the sun will contact to this transformer here, so hopefully it will last longer. So I got some of the lights set up and connected together here. So this is kind of a try fit before I actually put them onto the ground. And so the last step to do for this try run here is just to make sure everything here is working first. So I'm gonna hook that into this transformer, which again, as I mentioned earlier, I bought this one from Walmart, but this is for a testing device, but I'm gonna return that because I already bought another big one and better one from the Home Depot. Okay, so after plugging these lights into this transformer, so I have to cover this sensor here, otherwise this thing like it's still daylight and it won't turn on the lights. So everything is working properly here. So after this I'm going to put these outside and we'll see how they look at night. Okay, so I got all of the lights set up and connected. So in front of my house, so I got 4 of the wall lights. They also call wash light, 400 lumens. So it will shine upon the wall here. And then I also got some of those lights here for the trees, and it run all the way across. Then I also have 2 lights right here for this big tree. So one thing that I want to mention about these, which is during the winter here in Minnesota, we typically have an average of 2 feet of snow every year. So for me, I have two options. If I still want the lights to shine, too bright, to have the light for this tree or any of the lights system that I set up here. So either I have to shovel all the snow around these lights so that the snow does not get into on the top here, so I still have the lights coming up like this, or I would have to have some sticks or some spikes to go onto the ground here, and then I can hang that line on top of the line, on top of the spike. So maybe I go with the second option. I would cut some wood and then build like up a wooden spikes, and then just hang that on top of that wooden spikes there, which is a little bit more work. Like have to take out the spikes and put it on the spike on that wooden spike, and then during the winter and then in the spring, and then have to put it back to where it was right now. But we'll see. Then you can see that I haven't. So technically, I will hide all of these wire underneath the rocks here, so I don't step on that one. And then these are the connector between two lines, so I just tape them with the electric tape around that, just to avoid the water to get into between the two connectors here. These are just the solar lights, which I will take them out later on, because there's no need for these lights to be here anymore, since I already installed the these lights here, which is much brighter than these. And so these lights go all the way across and go all the way around that. And here I also got some spotlights here to run the wire along that. The same thing here. I will hide these alongside of these, so that's go all the way to see all of my apple trees, and go underneath, go right next to the two roses and the trellis that I just built for the roses here. So far I'm pretty happy with these lights because they are very bright at night. But the thing is, like, so this will become much brighter when it's real dark outside. The more dark, the more it become darker, the more the light become brighter. And then I will have to show how does it look during the night time here. So this is the lights on the deck at night, so they are pretty bright. So I also just want to mention also, so this lights, so the wire, so the transformer is right underneath the deck here, and so it go up to this first light connected to, then go all the way around that, and then it will go this way, then it will look down to the front yard, and it looks pretty bright. And then these are the lights right in front of my house. So I got two lights right here. So right here for the big tree, and then these lights is for the wall for a fun house, and these lights along the path where we usually have flowers and apple trees and pine trees. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the light systems here. So that's all for the lights that I want to show you. Thank you for watching. And again, if you have any comments or any tip or tricks about installing this system here, just leave me a comment below. Thank you. So I'm installing this light here. So this one called the wall wash spotlight. This is from the Better Homes and Garden that I bought from Walmart. So out of the box we have this piece and then the spike here, and usually in there, so you can see this little thing here, usually inside this, so to make it install it a little bit easier, so I think that you somehow, what I learned is I had to push this one out of this thing like this, and then so this is the spike that comes with this light. Then you slide these wires inside this space here, and then use your finger and then push it down a little bit, and then slide it into the threads here. And then what I also learned is you don't want to spin when you tie this up. You don't want to move like the spike here, but instead you want to move the top, the light here. The reason for that one, because if you move this, and then this one is metal, and then this one, the wire here, during the movement it can touch this, and then during the movement the metal right here, let me see, now you can see that clearly, but the metal right here might cut into the wire. So by using your finger and push the wires down like this, and then moving the top, it will limit the chance of the wire touching the metal piece of the spike. So put like this, and then when you twist that to tie this up, the wire might be twisted a little bit, so maybe you have to stop that a little bit and then untwist the wire and then push it down again and keep spinning the head here, and then do it again and just straighten the wire out like this, so that you can see. So now the little piece in here, now let's go inside of this hide in there, so keep tightening like this, and so now you have to untwist that and keep doing this and this. And this to now everything is tightened pretty tight right now, so everything connected pretty tight. So you can see now I have to twist the wire a little bit more. Okay, so everything inside of this metal thing here, and then you can adjust the angle of the light, so either go up like this or go down, tilt down, tilt up. So this is one of the tricks that I learned when I install the other spotlight like this, and I'll show you some other tricks that I learned during the installation of these lights here. One thing that I learned from doing this, or like one trick that I learned is, so when you connect two lights together, so there's a connector just like this, these connectors, and then there's another female that plug into this male here. So I put some electrical tapes around that, so just to avoid or to prevent the chance of water to get into between the two connectors as much as possible. So hopefully this will do the trick then. So there are a few things that I learned during the time when I installed this transformer system here. So so this is the outdoor wire. It's usually called the Christmas wire. So I plug this one into the outlet on above the deck here, and then one thing that I learned is whenever I do the wire, I should do the curve like this, so the water from up there will run down, and then it will run down like this way, but doesn't go up like this. So the same for this, the wire for the sensor right here. So this is the sensor that control the turn on and turn off of the lights. So it goes from up there so all the way down here, but then here and then the water will run down onto the ground, but it doesn't, so it will not go up all the way here and go into this plug-in. So for the same for the manpower of this transformer. So that's one thing that I learned. And then the other thing that I learned is so I hide the connector. So that is the connector, so that the wire that run all the way up to the lights on the deck there, which I will show later on at night when the lights are turned on. And then I hide that one underneath that board there, so just to limit the chance of the water will get into that. And then this, so that will run all the way to this transformer here. Now again you can see there's a curve there, so the water will not get into this transformer here. And then the last thing that I learned is so for this power plug-in, even though for this power extension, even though this one is for the outside use, but I want to hide that right across underneath this board, this studs here, this studs, so if the water from onto the deck there can drip down, but it will not touch this one. So there might be some water, but it will limit the chance of the water to go in here, touch on this and drip onto this. And then I was thinking about building a box, the cover for this transformer with the door wouldn't open like this, the door open like this, just to avoid the water or the dirt. Later on we'll get into this, but I think like that might be an overprotected or an overprotection for this transformer, since it's designed to run outside. So hiding that underneath the deck here will limit the chance of the water onto like to go into this, plus like limit the chance of the sun will shine on this one here. So hopefully it'll last longer than I would hope for. Another trick that I learned during the setup of this low voltage light system here, that is before like I have just one splitter, which is like one wire go to the main transformer, and then it's split up into connectors. So one connector goes with the wire that goes along that path there, go all the way to that tree, and then the other wire that connect to the other connector that goes all the way along that path and go around that, and then go all the way here and to those trellis with the roses there. You can see those lights there. And what I notice at night is so the further away from the main transformer the lights are, the less bright those lights have, because I don't know, just because of the connectors there. Let's go all just far away. So so what I did is right here, so where the main wire that goes to the transformer, so in here I have two splitters. So ones that go that way, and then one go this way, and then the other one goes this way, which she go all the way along that path and to those roses over there. And now at night, I can see those lights over there are pretty bright, which right now I'm very happy with those lights, as well as the lights right here, and this light. So yeah, so that's the trick that I learned. That is, do not have a long wire far away from the main transformer if you want to get the most light out of each of the low voltage lights here. So one last thing that I think about these landscaping lights here is in Minnesota. Usually every year we have at least 2 foot of snows, or maybe more. So when the snow is that much, and so it will cover up the lights here. So during the winter, so I made some spikes, or like a piece of wood here. So this is about 22 inches high, and stick that onto the ground, and then hang the lights on top of that, so that when the snow, I think that's almost maybe hopefully about that height, which is about 2 foot, so it doesn't cover up the light, and we still have the lights shining up the wall here. And then in the summer, I probably take it off, and then put it back onto the ground, which I have a mark here, so I know like this is where I should put the light on the ground during the summer. So you see around here. So this is what I have done so far. It looks a little bit ugly during daytime, but when the snow comes, which is a little bit falling right now, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that clearly, but we have some light snow coming out right now. So during the night, and this looks okay, but in the daytime it might look a little bit ugly to the landscape on my front yard, but that's okay. So all of these I have put the spikes into the ground, but I also marked where I should put the this should put the light back into the ground during the summer.